back to Breaking the Line, the ECNL Podcast. Dean Linke with one of my all-time faves, Margueritte Aozasa, and we're here at the ECNL Coaches Symposium, and I went to break talking about the fact that the ECNL, like everybody, is doing a really good job of supporting women, propping up women, giving women empowerment and the opportunity to lead teams, and as part of that is a really cool panel where you'll be on the panel. Meg Nemzer, who I think is going to have a bright future at Maryland after great success at Rutgers, where she worked for Mike O'Neill. You worked for Paul Ratcliffe. You were coached by Jerry Smith. So an interesting tie-in as she turns Maryland into a power. Maybe can't do it as quickly as you did at UCLA, but she's going to be there. Tiffany Roberts, Ronnie Woodward, and Dr. Missy Price. 5 pretty special women. And I get the sense, Margueritte Aozasa, you take these opportunities very seriously when you can share ideas and talk about successes, talk about failures, talk about ways to get better with other powerful women.
Yeah, it means a ton to me, obviously. It's something I take very seriously. It's something I'm very proud of. And it's something that I acknowledge as a challenge, and it's definitely an area for growth, I think, just across the country, honestly in the world, with just embracing women's sports. And what I love about this panel is talking about women as coaches and how we can support them, how can we facilitate their growth as coaches, and how we can keep women in the game.
When you saw Julianne Sitch, what she did on the men's game, how does that story shake you? Is that something you would ever consider doing?
Oh, if the opportunity came about, it's not something I would shy away from. When she won, it was about a week prior to us winning, I think.
Yeah.
And I had the biggest smile on my face. I think what she has done is so incredible, not just because she's kind of making her mark in the men's game, but like me, she was first-time head coach also, or kind of taking that on in her first year at UChicago. So I am inspired by her. I've gotten a chance now to meet her and hang out with her a bit, and she's incredible. And I just love that she's showing that women are capable of coaching men. And what's really cool, too, is I think she put to bed a lot of concerns that maybe her team wouldn't respect her. And it showed that they did, and they had a lot of trust in her.
They loved her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they loved her the way your team loved you afterwards, and will continue to love you as you try to do it again. You know, the other thing that I find inspirational about where soccer is, and ECNL is very much a part of it, but I think about the API coaches community that you're involved in. I will say that the job that Nicole Hercules did at the United Soccer Coaches Convention was one of the most amazing nights I've ever been a part of. And, now you see Kia McNeil getting things done, and you see Marcia at American. And, I mean, there's so many other black coaches as well, or Asian American coaches as well, and they're women too, so that's also really cool.
Yeah, I mean, a huge part of my identity is twofold. One, my identity as a woman coach, and then also as an Asian coach. And I've been blown away by the amount of support we've had in our API coaches community, especially. Just even little notes of encouragement along the way, they mean so much. And it is, I think, a really cool moment right now to kind of see the shift firsthand where minority coaches are being embraced. And I hope that they continue to be uplifted, because I think we've shown just how successful we can be and how inspiring we can be.
My next question has not one but 2 caveats, and I'm afraid to say both of them because I don't want this to happen to you, and I'm glad to say it hasn't happened to me. But the first one is I like to be everywhere. I like to be a part of everything. And I've commented to you, particularly off air, about how you've been everywhere, and I worry about you overextending yourself and that type of thing. So, I guess that is all in sort of one question. It seems like you, at least right now, no, there's 2. Want to say yes. The other thing is you're coming into the Big Ten, and I've been with the Big Ten Network since day one. So I don't want you to lose any of that accessibility as you come into the Big Ten as well, Margueritte. You still got to be there for me. So tell me you will, and tell me why you will.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I look at these as opportunities to share my story and mostly share how many people have supported me along the way. I'm under no impression that the success I've had is all because of me. my mentors, I always want to try to give them shout outs because they mean so much to me. And I hope that by me sharing my story, it will open opportunities for other women or for other first-time coaches or first-time head coaches, or for other minority coaches as well. So I enjoy it. I will admit I hit a little wall about a month ago after the convention. I was a little tired.
Me too.
But now I've kind of got my second wind, and I'm just trying to kind of enjoy these moments as they come.
Yeah, that's just you just being honest as well. I definitely can't. The Saturday night, I literally couldn't put two electrons together between the ears or whatever, but a couple days later, we're back at it for sure. All right, here's the question that everybody's asked you. It'll be the last question of the day. Actually, it'll be the second to last because I do want to ask what those four letters ECNL mean to you to close it out. So 2 questions here. The first one is, now, the spotlight is on you. I mean, it is glaring on you. In fact, it's glaring on you right here, right now, as part of the ECNL podcast, Breaking the Line. Have you already thought about what it's going to take to run it back and do it again?
Yeah, that's the fun part. I think what's kind of the beauty of college soccer, too, is it's not the same team. There's, players are graduating, new players are coming in, and so every season is going to present new challenges. The good news is our team's super excited, and that was the one thing I was a little nervous about with them coming back. I mean, you play to the very end of the season. You play in such an emotional game also. I could see how they would be a little tired or perhaps burnt out, but they all came back raring to go. They're excited about how much better we could be, and that's, I think, behind closed doors what maybe you couldn't see from the outside looking in is how much we didn't do this year. And I thought we did extremely well. We had some heroics, we were very disciplined, and we had a lot of buy-in, and we had that just kind of inherent grit and resilience. But I still think we have a lot of room to grow in the soccer part of what we do. So I'm really excited for that. We have a lot of exciting players still in our group, and some of them feel like they didn't put their best foot forward this last year. So I think there's a handful of them that know they have a lot more to give and a lot more to show. So I'm excited to see that.
That's incredible. And because I know you as a player, you're always thinking about that next pass or that next run. As a coach, you were thinking about that next move. That's my way of saying I've given you enough time to think about what those 4 letters mean. So we'll end with this. When you think about the ECNL, what does it mean to Margueritte Aozasa?
To me, it's kind of a breeding ground for that next generation of players. And that's what I love about it. It's excitement, too. And that's how this game's going to grow, is to continue to build the excitement around it, to continue to build the passion around it, and I feel like that's what ECNL is really trying to do.
So well said. I want to thank you for always being so accessible to me on whatever platform, including this one, Breaking the Line, the ECNL podcast. Margueritte Aozasa, you truly are beautiful inside and out, and you deserve all of this success. Congratulations. Soak it in. Enjoy it. And thanks for spending time with us.
Thanks, Dean. Good to see you.
Good to see you. All right.